Hi everyone, welcome back to GA Online Teaching. I know it's been a long time coming, but I'm back, and today we're going to start with paper 2 work. We are going to do the geometry of straight lines, and that is more commonly known as your fun angles. Now I'm not going to start from the beginning because that lesson you had in class. I'm going to go straight into the types of examples you'll have in the exam. The first one is very easy, and then the second one that will be more exam based. Okay, we're only going to do one at a time. So this week we are going to do corresponding angles. The next week, hopefully, we're going to do co-interior, and then the N in fun, which is known as your alternate angles. So, corresponding angles. Now, first, let's unpack the definition of corresponding. Now, corresponding means exactly the same, but at a different position. Same with angles. The two angles, the amount of degrees are exactly the same, but they are at a different position. Right. Another thing also I want you to keep in mind, we need to know that corresponding angles means exactly the same, although the question or in the question it may be written in a different format. Okay, now let me give you some examples on that. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to GA Online Teaching. You can find the link below. Please tell everyone you know that we are busy with paper 2 work, grade 8, 9. Right, so corresponding angles. Now notice these two over here. You all know you have to look at the letter F. So the letter F over there is upside down. Very importantly, you need to know that in order for the special angles to take place, it has to be parallel. Your lines have to be parallel in any direction. Right. So over here, these two angles are exactly the same. Notice how they are written in a different format. The one thing is 144 and another thing is x. But what do we know? That the 2 degrees or the amount of degrees of each angle are the same. Why? The only reason I know that is because of this rule over here. Corresponding angles. The angles are the same. So therefore, this answer would be x is equal to 144, and your reason is corresponding angles. Alright? So let's go over here. Now we have a triangle. But what's the most important thing we look for? We look for your parallel lines. Also, one more thing. If they tell you that this line is AB, that line is BC, you need to write down what the name of the set of parallel lines are. Okay? In this examples, I did not do that. Okay. So, over here, notice how that 50 and that x plus 10, they both lie on top of my parallel line, meaning they are corresponding to one another but in a different position. Again, this angle says 50, this angle says x plus 10. But what do I know about them? That they are corresponding. What does corresponding mean? They are same in a different position. Therefore, if one angle is equal to another, then look what unpacks. So firstly, what I said is what I'm going to write down. So the one angle equal to another. Although they look different, they are the same because of corresponding angles. And where does corresponding come from? Your set of parallel lines. So I said that x plus 10 is exactly the same thing as 50. Why do I say that? Because of my corresponding special angle. Alright? Now, once you see that over there, have you seen that before? Yes, you have. That is known as an algebraic equation. And what do I do? X is one side, numbers on the other. So therefore, x is equal to 50 minus 10, and x is therefore equal to 40. Now, that is the value of x. Let me prove to you how the two angles are the same. This angle is 50 over there. This angle is x plus 10. But what did we solve x to be? 40. And 40 plus 10 is equal to 50. You see how the two angles are the same. You always look for where is my angle lying on. If it's lying on top of the parallel line, it means if I go further up on top of the set of parallel lines, you'll find the angles are the same. Right, let's go to this one over here. Now, they don't give me any degrees, but what do I know? That the two angles are corresponding with one another, and when they are corresponding, they are equal to one another. The way I said it is the way I write it down. So the first angle, 3x minus 80, is the same thing as saying x plus 10. How do I know that? Because of corresponding angles. Now, notice they may look different because it's both an algebraic expression. But if I solve for x and I substitute in x over here, both sides, you'll find that the amount of degrees is the same. Right, so basically x is one side, numbers on the other, an equation. So 3x minus x is equal to 10 plus 80. 10 plus 80 is 90. 3x minus x is 2x. Divide to both sides, and therefore x is equal to 45. Now, the answer of x is 45. Now let me prove to you that the two angles are the same. How do I do that? By taking my value of x and substituting it. 3 times x, which is 45, and minus 80 will give me an answer of 55. And if I take 45 plus 10, the answer is again 55. What do you notice? That the two angles, the amount of degrees is exactly the same, i.e. they are corresponding but at different positions. Take a moment to digest that. Until next time, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to GA Online Teaching, and I'll see you next week.